So I'm here in Nancy. Nancy on the way to, I want to say Beirut, but it's Bayreuth. Wagner. I'm on the way to see Wagner in Germany in his special opera house. And it's one of those bucket listers. Bayreuth has a festival every year of Wagner, and it's all been put together by Wagner and his family, and it's like one of those incredible things. To get tickets, you have to queue up for like your whole life. I was meant to be going before COVID, and COVID knocked it on the head. So anyway, driving to Bayreuth, which is near Nuremberg. So I'm driving there, and Nancy is the halfway house, so to speak. So we're going to see the Ring of the Nibelung cycle, which is 4 operas spread over about a week, and each opera is 4 hours. So it's 16 hours of Wagner, and that will be, quite hard going, I should think. Lots of people going, "Brr." But anyway, a opportunity of a lifetime. One of those things I've always wanted to do, so I want to find out what the ultimate opera experience is like. So this is Nancy Town Square. What a beautiful view. Well, I'm here in the Nuremberg National Museum, and I'm standing in front of a Heinlein watch, which was the first self-powered watch that wasn't a clock, to be invented in the early 1500s. And there it is. Not the world's most accurate timepiece. Now, this isn't a piece of modern art, it's the case for that piece of art. Oh, Albrecht Dürer, 1516. And here's another Dürer, which of course, similar sort of tradition to Holbein. A kind of beautiful realism. Not quite photorealistic, but getting there. There's a lot here. I can't show you much of it. There's just so much. But this is representative of a lot of the works here. Sort of late Middle Ages. That lady has an arrow in her neck. She doesn't seem too troubled. The martyrdom of Saint Ursula. Ouch. Oh no, she's got one in her belly as well. Oh, and she's got another one in her chest. Ah, ow. Now look at that. Now that is a piece of woodwork. 1510. Oh, it's her martyrdom again. Oh, this time she's getting drowned. This is interesting because, if that was Italian, and it would be Leonardo or Michelangelo or something, it's very similar, but it's much heavier colours, much darker, much greener. But of course it's Germany, which is more green and more dark. And there's a good example of something that would be lighter and less brown and green if it was from Italy. Very interesting. Now this is more my kind of art. Have a look at this. Now where's their buttons going? Where they're dropping their coins? I need to know. And I really like these real life scenes because you can get an idea where they would have dropped their stuff and what they were up to in the fields. So when I'm going over a big field, I can see there's lots of little fields, and this is how the farmers ploughed it, and this is how they reaped, and how they sowed, and how they sat down and had a drink, and where the wagons went. Ooh, They're getting cut and bled for their health. Yes, probably not that healthy. Slaughtering a pig. Oh. And that horse, you see his reins, there's all buckles, those are the sort of things that we find. And there you go, the picnic. That's how those knives and forks get in the field. Picnicking in the 1500s. Well, a couple of finger rings there. Oh, 3 finger rings. Nice big gold chain. What if you ever dropped it? We won't have to wait long for that to be a fashion in male grooming. What does he know that I don't? Lucas Cranach. He did a specialty in this sort of very black background and a sort of, I don't know how he'd describe that sort of painting of a woman. Very long legs. Supermodelish. And this is a woman that knew how to get ahead. I can't give you much of a guided tour because I've never been here before and I don't really know the artists. In fact, I don't know the artists at all. Middle of the 17th century, 1650-ish. A salon. I'm guessing this would be an art gallery. I'll have that one in the middle. Okay, so apparently that's how the rich people had their own private galleries decked out. Expensive wallpaper. Not quite sure how you're meant to appreciate the ones at the top. And that's more modern. That's got to be sort of late 1700s, I should think. Oh no, look at that. Early 1600s. Oh, this is all quite advanced in comparison with what was going on elsewhere. I mean, you know, it almost looks like Manet in the middle 1800s. Ooh, nice watch. So that's up from about 1650, that watch. Is it a stack feed? It looks like this might be a stack feed. And it's from 1628, so that was, and it's an alarm, you see? That is an alarm bell. Nice fiddle. And there's the artist there in his globe. Wow, dark old rooms they were, weren't they? Yeah, so that's what a room looked like in reality in those days. Interesting. So here we have some Rembrandt. Roughly speaking, the same time as that one which I was impressed with. That was from the same sort of period. But I'm informed by my wife, who is an artist, that that was sort of Royals of Caravaggio. Now this is more my style. I like this. Look at that. smoking his little pipe. Nicola White at Thailand Art will like that pipe. And there we are, that's the house of a rich man. Little candelabra, no carpet, no television, no wall sockets, no knickknacks, no tables, no sofas. Very interesting. I've always fancied having one of these glasses. They're actually quite affordable if you've got a little bit of money to spare, because no one collects them. So, no collectors, you don't get high prices. But they're very, very fragile, and I like to drink out of them. And of course, you know what's going to happen next, so that's why I avoid them. Oh well, here we have a Bruegel. Happy dancing peasants. I do like Bruegel. What's not to love about Bruegel? He's strutting his stuff. She's twerking. I mean, come on. Things don't change, do they? Peter Bruegel, 1590. Amsterdam. Love it. Now, it's a shame people don't often drop these. And again, coins can be much more valuable than medallions, because there's not many collectors for medallions, and it's hard to keep track of them all, and they're not official. And so, you know, you can actually get them at fractions of what rare coins would cost. There's me talking money. I'm just talking money about money, that's all. But anyway, they're often much more beautifully made, obviously, because they're handmade for special occasions, than the actual currency coins of the time. But, you know, a gold medallion might be 5,000, but a gold coin from the same period in the same condition will be 20,000. But, you know, there you go. That's how these things work. I mean, look at that. Look at that beauty. And that's from the middle of the 1500s. Oh well, look at that. Look at that. That is portraits done in the 1500s of all the Roman emperors. So at the top left is Julius Caesar, and then Augustus, then Tiberius, and then Caligula. Oh, there's handsome Caligula. Doesn't actually look like Caligula at all. Claudius, which is not so bad. Nero, looks like he's lost a bit of weight. And then Vespasian, Titus, Vitellius. Yeah. Oh, no. We got the four Caesars, haven't we? We've got... They're not there, are they? Is that meant to be Galba and the other one? Otho? Oh, maybe Galba, Otho, Vitellius, Trajan, Titus. Meh. Nope. I've got my Roman emperors in a twizzle here. From Julius Caesar to Domitian. So the last one's Domitian. Anyway, you should list them. Come on, help us out here. Anyway, that's the 12 Caesars from the book by Suetonius, no doubt, which was written for Hadrian, and it's basically a bit of propaganda to say, yeah, previous Roman emperors, they were good, but not as good as old Hadrian. I mean, look at them. Oh dear, they had weaknesses. Look at some of them, they had terrible weaknesses. Oh, actually, there's a name written on them. If only my eyes were better. So, you can probably read it better than me. So, let's zoom in, shall we? I think that third one says Vitellius, maybe not. Yeah, it definitely says Domitian on the end there. I didn't bring my glasses with me. So it goes Julius Caesar, Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero, Otho. Was it Galba? Galba. Otho, Vitellius, Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. So, I mean, it's not really much nice to say about any of them, really. I suppose the least worst was Claudius, and Nero wasn't so bad. He just got a bad rap. I mean, the three in the middle, they were probably good senators, but they all got killed trying to become emperor. Vespasian was meant to be all right, but I'm sure the people he conquered and, wiped out wouldn't agree. And then you've got Titus. Everybody loved Titus. He didn't live very long. He's meant to be good stuff, but he's the one. I think he was, he had games where everybody got massacred in the arena. And then finally, you've got Domitian, who went a bit bonkers. So anyway, the 12 Caesars, very interesting and nice portraits, done by Giovanni Cavino. Cavino, oh wow. In between 1500 and 1570. Made out of lead. There you go. Well, over there's something unexpected. Have a look. And that is a shoulder blade of a whale. And they painted on it because why not? And there's a bit of chaos marble, which obviously was a lot more valuable then than it is now. And here, in the Nuremberg Museum, is the most famous portrait of Martin Luther. And here's some more Lucas Cranach. Well, if those guys were paying for this portrait, I wonder what they felt about it. They obviously weren't in a good mood when he painted them. So this guy was a bit more cheerful. He decided to just stare out the window while Lucas got on with drawing him, I suppose. Don't you just love these science books? You've got to see this. Oh, there's two different types of unicorns. I didn't know that. I thought there was only one. And there's a Walt Eigel, whatever that is, at the top there. So there's a shaggy unicorn and a not so shaggy unicorn. And for those who speak German, you'll be able to tell me what it says under there. I mean, totally logical for there to be an animal like that. After all, there was one like that. Maybe that's what unicorns were. They're just rhinoceroses on a diet. Another science book. This is apparently the lower deck of Noah's Ark. Yep, that makes perfect sense. From 1690. More Albrecht Dürer prints, and this one of his famous rhinoceros. This guy didn't quite get him, did he? Jan Wandelaar. Is that a rhinoceros? I'd say of course. So this rhinoceros we've been seeing, and the drawings of it, is a particular rhinoceros called Clara that travelled Europe and had medallions made in her honour. And here's the travels the rhino took. Looks like it ended its days in London. So 1741 to 1758, so 17 years. And there's some rhino medallions. So this is a bit of fun. Have a look at this painting. So I was looking at it at first and I thought, why are the people jumping off the bridge? This is some sort of competition apparently. And I thought, oh, swimming competition? But no, of course not. It's two communities fighting over a bridge. Who can actually take control of the bridge? So there's two communities coming from each end and trying to push the other community off the bridge. And some people are falling off the bridge into the lake, and there's guys pulling them out, the guys that can't swim. So anyway, they're fighting over the bridge. Who can take the bridge? So it's like a football match without football. Or rugby match without a rugby ball. Same idea. Battle. Who can take the ground? Anyway, I thought that was rather fun. So, I'm here in Nuremberg with my beautiful wife. And of course, this is Germany, and Germany is famous for... Have a look. Sausages. Oh yes. Can't wait. Sausages all round. And beer, of course. It's some outfits and buttons. I don't think you'd say, does my bum look big in this? Nice buttons. Gonna have to go down there in a minute. I know you're going to enjoy that. Oh, falchion. Fancy crossbow. Oh, falchions. Actually, flintlocks. I'm surprised. Wheel locks. Wow. Again, it looks like, oh, these are matchlocks. I think matchlocks, but they look like flintlocks. Well, this is meant to be hunting rifles, I suppose. Wow, it'll be pretty strong just to go hunting. I like that little one. That's more my sort of rifle. If I was ever to go around and have a desire to shoot creatures, which is unlikely. $1700s. Hunting, sledging, and drinking. And falchioning. Ooh. Serious warring. You'd kind of make yourself a target with that, wouldn't you? Now they're matchlocks, I think. Yeah, look like matchlocks. You had a burning match in there and it would go onto the powder and boom. Not much use in the rain. A lobster helmet, which people associate the Roundheads in the English Civil War with that, but actually it was pretty much issue in Germany for the army of the times. Stilettos, get inside that armour and cause grief. Pikes to pull you off your horse, stilettos to poke through your helmet. So I think Oh, now these are all 1400 styles. Now what happened when you used your lance up? I suppose you just hope never to get off your horse. Now this is the older stuff. Big square shields, that's sort of like 11th century, 12th century. Yeah, there you go. This sort of stuff. Dagger from the 1300s. Yeah, I wouldn't be digging that. I've always thought and wondered about the horse, because he's protected, but the horse isn't really, is he? I mean, you take the horse out and the knight is kind of invalidated. There's a bit of horse armour there. But, I mean, you take his legs out, he's done, isn't he? Oh, look at those. Oh, the old double-handed sword. Gonna tire yourself out pretty quick swinging one of them. Well, find one of those encampments, you'd be in treasure hunting heaven. So let's do some early history. Not a bad hand axe, that are. And then some early Homo sapien drawings of horses. I like the horses even then. And here you go. Stone Age flints. So this is Paleolithic. So these are not actually necessarily human beings making these, or what we'd call human beings these days. Neanderthals and Homo blah blah blah, but not necessarily Homo sapiens. Under that taxonomy anyway. So these are all flakes off of cores. Ooh, nice. So this is later stuff. This is Neolithic, I would think. I'm no expert though, but you know, a lot of work went into these axes. I do come across these occasionally, but never these. Imagine how much effort it was to drill a hole in a block of stone back then. So these really would have been treasured items, and probably very important for the survival as well. To cut down trees, for example, for fuel. So this is the Neolithic. So those earlier ones must have been still being Paleolithic. And there you go. The old chisel. These beautiful polished axe heads. Wow. So they reckon they lived in houses like this back then. I think they're probably a little bit nicer than that somehow. I just got a feeling. Of course, if you go to Borneo, there's a few, and we go to the Amazon for that matter, there's still people living in these conditions. This is getting later now. This is Bronze Age. All kind of Celtic period. Never found a bronze axe. Still on my list. Oh, yes please. It's a golden headdress, eh? Wow. A worker clearing tree stumps hit upon a golden cone at about 2 foot down. £1.50 of gold apparently. Look at the patina on that. Fibula. And Celtic gold status, yay, lovely. And silver status. And here we are into the Roman. Hairpins. Yes, please. Gaming tokens. Dice. Roman sword. Look at that. Gladius. I think I just found one of those weights, which is a slingshot, a Roman slingshot. Keys. Seals, if you're a potter, you stamp that into your pottery. Pots. Roof tiles. rather like that lobster helmet from the 17th century. Ooh. Centurion's helmet, I guess. Parade helmet, apparently. Silver plated, silver washed, maybe. Ostrogoth. Yes, please. Gothic fibulas. Spindle whorl. Us treasure hunters often find Nuremberg jettons, and here is a Nuremberg jetton coin press. It's a big old thing, look at it. So I guess somebody's pushing on this and somebody's pushing on that, and it's all down to here where they made the coins. Of course it might not have been Nuremberg jettons, it might have been medallions, it might have been money, but this is a coin press, a mill, and it's a substantial bit of iron, just to give you an idea of the size of it. So when we're finding these coins, this is the sort of thing that was turning them out. So I'm in Carlo Vivary, which is in Czech. I almost said Slovakia there, but that's a long since gone. And it's a spa town with lots of really, really wonderfully healthy waters to drink, maybe. But anyway, down here is more like my sort of water to drink. So there's a flight of, I think, kind of schnapsy things, and then a flight of beer. Oh yes. I don't mind taking in those sort of waters. Oh, only one at a time, and leave some for me.
Deal. Tasty.
Of?
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers? Can't be true. Cucumber? Nothing like it. Nice, it's kind of sweet, wheaty, beery. Honey. Cucumber. Okay, so this is a dark beer, so it's going to be nutty and barley-y, is my guess.
Porter.
Yeah.
Port beer.
Yeah.
Porter.
Nice. Porter. Guinnessy.
Guinnessy. Oh yeah. Very light Guinness. Yeah.
Let's see. Cucumber. No, porter. What they call old beer in the old days. So night beer. So you drink light beer during the day so you could do your work and not get poisoned from dirty water. Then you drink this at night because it'll knock you out. So now we're going to try these schnapses. I don't know, vodkas. And this one is original. Okay, that's the original. At the beginning, it's the original. And this one is obviously unoriginal. Unfiltered. Doesn't sound so great, does it? I mean, if they're going to filter it, it must be a reason. And this one is all stuck. Lemon, I guess that means lemon. And this one is cordial, which I don't know what that means, what it's made up of. Lots of flowers and herbs, I suppose. And this one is KV14. I have no idea what that means. So now I'm going to try each one and tell you what it tastes like. So this is the original. Oh, balsam. These are balsams.
Coffee.
Balsams. So yeah. So herbal extracts, kind of like herbal, lots of different herbs and spices, all in a drink. So that's the original one. So this is the unfiltered one. Yeah. That will put hairs on your chest, whoever you are. So here we go. This is lemon. So this is going to be a punch in the face with lemon zest. Oh, that's quite pleasant. Yeah. Well, after that, it's much lighter, and you could easily drink lots of this, and I'm sure you would fall over immediately. So put that one back. So that's, yeah, you don't have to drink that one. So anyway, let's have a go at this one. That has a kick. That definitely has a kick, and it's a cordial apparently. You could get very, 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 very you-know-what on this, because they're all really tasty, and the drunker you're going to get, the more you want to go to drink. So the last one is KV14. Sounds rather chemical. Smells fruity. It tastes like nail varnish, but drinkable version of it. I think KV stands for Carlo Vivary, number 14. Only guessing. These are balsams, and they will definitely set you on fire. Someone might have to carry me out of here. Anyway, I'm going back on the beer because that's the sensible thing to do in the circumstances, don't you think? And that's special beer, apparently. It's all pretty special beer. Anyway, better get some food in me, otherwise I'm going to be horizontal pretty quick. So Zoe's going to try them now and see what she thinks of this potent brew.
I'm ready.
Oh, here we go. So this is the original.
Nice. Sweet.
Describe. Come on.
Sweet, bitter. It's a bitter limoncello with the herbs, not made out of it. So this is unofficial, no,
unfiltered.
Unfiltered. Okay. Unfiltered. They should filter it. Limoncello. Weak limoncello. This is cordial. It gets to your heart. Oh. I don't know, maybe it's because I drank all of that, but it's punch in your face. Okay, this is KV14. I agree with you, nail polish.
No polish. Okay.
Oh.
So what I've been drinking are bitters, which is now owned by Pernod Ricard, and they are bitters, and they're basically herbal extracts turned into strong liquor, and it's by Betches. Have a look. Betches. Come on. So there they are. And I love the idea about having a flight of these and then tasting them all and then getting horribly mashed and having an excuse for it. Pernod Ricard don't sponsor me, but they might. Now, I travel a lot, but I'm not a big fan really. But anyway, I'm liking this place. So Carlo Vivary. Down here, I've got venison goulash. What could be better? So that'd be the venison, and that'd be the goulash, and that'd be, I don't know what. Let's have a go. Dumpling, sliced dumpling. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is not a video I plan to make. I mean, Carlo Vivary, which is Carlsbad, which is actually in Czech. And here you come to take the waters, you know, like in the good old days, healing waters. And they're all numbered. So I've got my little water sipping cup in my pocket. Let's have a look. So this is what you take the waters with. It goes in there, and it comes out there. So we're going to try one. Our first Carlo Vivary water. And there it is. It's practically boiling. You can make a cup of tea with 64 degrees Celsius. And it's Carlo Vivary number 4. Wow, it's hot. So here goes. I better be careful, I'm going to burn myself. It's very salty. It's like a Japanese soup without the fish. I feel younger already. More. So this is a different one, and we're in this kind of big white shed, and it's got different flavours, I suppose you might call them, of the waters that come out of the mountains here. Hot springs of Carlo Vivary. The hot springs of Carlo Vivary. What's it called? How do you pronounce it? The hot springs of Carlo Vivary. I don't know. I'm drunk on it. Ooh. More balsam. So there's 55. C, I don't know how you pronounce that. Number 3. You see, there it is, all written on the back of this cup. This is the number 3. So let's try it. Again, soupy, but I guess that's just salt in the water, or what? Some salts, I don't know, magnesium salts, whatever. I'm gonna have to Wikipedia this and find out what's actually in this stuff. But anyway, yes, salty water. And this is number 5. Well, that looks like it's got iron in it, which is what the red is. And it's 61 degrees Celsius. Yeah, irony. Salty and irony. I feel 10 years younger. I just had a blissful sleep. I did.